Or if you don't want to talk to me, like thank you.
That is the end. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Village Kids.
Hello, this is Village Kids, a podcast hosted by four childhood best friends. I'm Marga.
I'm Erin.
Annika.
I'm Julia.
And so today we're going to be discussing 16 personalities. This is a quiz that you can find online, so we can link it down below for those interested in it. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about this, and there are a bunch of websites online. So this is just the type that we wanted to do. I think these are really great for us to kind of understand more about each other. And I think later on we're going to be discussing the different components of what makes these personality types. I think that's really cool. Um, so, out of the 16 personalities, we've all taken this quiz and found out where we fit into that. So, that's really fun to deep dive into. So, I guess what we can do is that we can kind of ask each other what were your codes that you got, or your Myers Briggs, what do you call it here? The acronyms. These are the ones that people know, like the ENFJ, INTJ, etc., like that. So, does anyone here want to start? Maybe Julia.
Okay. I used to be ISFJ, same with Erin, and then now I'm INFJT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How about you?
INFJT.
Yeah. Is that what you got?
Same,
Oh
yeah.
my
Oh my gosh.
Mine is okay. I have a confession to me. I didn't take it again. Last time we took it together, but it's ESFJT. Also, we're all like FJT, the three
Yeah.
of us.
Actually, yeah, because I'm also an FJT.
That's yours, Margie.
Uh, I'm an ENFJT. So we can dissect the code. We can start with mind. So the mind trait determines how we interact with our environment.
Mm.
Um, I got 74% extroverted. Um, so extroverted means that individuals who prefer group activities and get energized by social interaction. So they tend to be more enthusiastic and more easily excited than introverts.
I'm
I
the same. I'm
Yeah, I think I
57%
agree.
extroverted.
Do you feel like you're more extroverted as
I'm
a
so close to the border though. Like it's just 57%. So I feel like
mm,
you know, what do you call that in between again?
An
Ambivert.
ambivert.
An
ambivert?
ambivert.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like for me, I can definitely get more energy, and I enjoy being around people, like even people I don't know. Um, but 74%, I feel like there's still that 26% of me that justifying that
Miss you.
I'm a little not so there, but definitely more towards extroverted. How about
So
Annika?
you guys are introverted.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
both
we are.
introverted.
We are.
So for us it means introverted individuals prefer solitary activities and get exhausted by social interaction. They tend to be quite sensitive to external stimulation in general. So it's like sound, sight, or smell. And I'm
Oh.
85% introverted. How about you, Nick? What's your
I'm
percentage?
69% introverted.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Wow,
high
mine
up
is
from
85.
agree.
Agree. I agree. How do you guys
um
feel about that, like Annika?
I I think before the pandemic, I was also like Aaron, like an ambivert. Um Sometimes I'd be like slightly extroverted or slightly more like introverted. But this time around is the first time in a while that it's gone like past the 50s and 60s. Like I'm at
Mm.
69%. Um and it's interesting, like when I first took the test, it's so obvious the questions that are about being introverted or extroverted, like whether I like
Yeah.
parties or like in a party, where would I be in a crowd, or like the opposite, like where where people are more like silent and it's more calm and quiet.
Mhm.
Um, and okay, so the first time I took the test earlier, it was really more idealistic because my result
Mhm.
was entertainer. And I think I was like 60-70% extroverted. It's weird because like I feel like because of the pandemic, I crave just seeing people more.
Mm,
But then
yeah,
at the
Same.
same
gotcha.
time, the other side of the coin is that like I also just have enjoyed being at home also.
Mm.
And when I took the test the second time, it was more real for like how I wouldn't want to be in a crowd right now, or just because, not just because of like COVID, but just because I feel like I'd feel more social anxiety more than ever just because I haven't been in that scenario for a long time. So I think
Mhm.
that's the reflection of the introverted being a little bit higher. But I think I just am
Mhm.
in general an introverted person as my preference. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Jules?
Uh, there's nothing realer than this percentage for me. I feel like wow. Siguro like for 5 years, I feel like I've been an introvert, and it's so bad. Like I've been a hermit.
True.
Like from being so outgoing and being out almost every day to canceling plans. Yeah, I feel like this is so true for me. Like 15% extroverted and 85% introverted. Like I don't know how to carry a conversation if we're not that close. I feel like I'm outspoken and really talkative to those who are close to me.
Okay. I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, like, I don't agree. Like, you carry
I
conversation
also
so well.
Yeah.
I
But we've
also
known
think you're
each
a
other.
natural, but
Yeah. But we've known you since birth
Ever.
almost,
yeah.
getting
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
So like meeting new people, it depends. Like in business, I would really try and
Mm.
like carry
Mm-hmm.
out the conversation because I hate that like awkward silence you get with like superiors. So I try to like make conversation
I
and
just
be
let
like,
that
"Oh,
silence
I'm not
sit.
dumb. I know stuff." You know, like being young and then meeting the older people. I'm like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
know stuff." Like, you can count on me. Like I'm trying to what do you call
Oh.
this? Show my potential or something like
Mm.
that. But yeah, with like new people, I'm like, oh, if you don't want to talk to me, like thank you.
That is the end. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Goodbye.
Bye. Okay, so for the next one, what are your energy types? Or this trait shows where we direct our mental energy.
What was yours?
Mine is 59% intuitive.
Mm.
Annika
Yeah.
as well.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
51% intuitive.
I'm also intuitive, so I'm 69%. Intuitive individuals are very imaginative, open minded, and curious. They prefer novelty over stability and focus on hidden meanings and future possibilities.
That's so
I
true.
I
Hidden
definitely
meanings
agree in that.
and future possibilities.
I look for these signs or whatever, and I look towards planning the future um, every single day of my life. So this is quite, yeah, I
Spot
feel like
on.
this is quite spot on for me.
Yeah.
How about you, Air? I'm guessing yours is the other one.
Yeah, I'm
Observant.
actually 72% observant. Um, okay, it says observant observant individuals are highly practical, pragmatic, and down to earth. They tend to have
Mm,
strong habits and focus on what is happening or has already happened. I
that is
feel like
you.
that's me, but definitely me. I
Mhm.
feel like before I was actually ENTJ before. So like, super
Mhm.
intense. Like if you read about it, you'll know what I mean. But like ENTJs are intense people, and I used to be that. And I feel like, yeah, the change from being intuitive to observant is highly, I could attribute it to college life where I was just jaded by life.
Mm,
I was just like, enough of that dreaming. It's time to come back to earth and like focus on what's really happening here.
So it was a season.
It was a season. The
It was
N was a
it was a
season.
phase.
The S is here to stay, guys.
How about you guys? How did you feel about yours? Like when you got intuitive? Like, do you feel like it's more along your lane as well?
Yeah.
For me, I feel like there's some stuff that I feel is in alignment with like how I see myself, like open-minded, novelty over stability. I'm not so sure about that. Focusing on hidden meanings, yeah, and future possibilities. But when Erin read her description, I feel like there are times where I am also like very pragmatic. So I guess that's why it's in the 51% because I flip flop between the two. I guess
Okay.
depending on like an experience that I had recently or whatever, like that really, I think,
Affected.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
definitely like shopped around all these different personalities before. Like, I think I was ENTJ in college too.
Oh my
So you're
gosh!
somewhere along the
Yeah.
border.
So it's really not stable for me, guys.
You live and you learn.
Yeah. The next one is nature, and this trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. So you're either thinking or feeling, and I'm 71% feeling, which means feeling individuals are sensitive and emotionally expressive. They are empathetic and less competitive than thinking types, and focus on social harmony and cooperation.
We're
I-
all feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all feeling.
What's your
How does that make you
percentage,
feel?
I am 53% feeling. So still very similar to ENTJ. I'm like flip-flopping between T and F.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
same as
almost the
Annika.
same with Margo. Oh yeah, with Annika, sorry. What's yours?
71%. I'm 71%.
I'm 72.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, I
Felix.
can definitely see you as empathetic as a person. Like,
Yeah.
no doubt. Annika as well. I feel like for me, I really don't see myself as that empathetic. But I can definitely understand how my focus is more on social harmony and cooperation.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's like my ano.
could
But then the
definitely see
empathetic
you.
part, I'm a little iffy on it. I don't think I'm like fully there.
But like it's how you cope with your emotions. So like rather than thinking, you're more of like feeling.
Ah, true.
I
Okay.
remember
You
one
put
of
it
the
that way.
questions were like, when a friend is in need, do you try to help like emotionally or do you help solve the problem?
I remember that question.
Yeah.
I was like so far on the like just solve the problem.
Yeah.
Because I feel
That's
like
cool.
when people come to me to ask about these things or like I don't know, talk to me about feelings, sometimes I don't know how I'm supposed to react. Like I can be whatever you want me to be. Just tell me what to be. Like I can be the person who's like, yeah, that's right. Like they treated you wrong. I could be that person. I could also be the person that's like, no, like I don't think you should feel that way. Like I mean, I think you should look at it in a different perspective. I could also be that person, or I could also be like, take
Yeah.
my road. Like
Yeah.
don't stoop down. I don't
Yeah.
know. And I feel like when people come to me crying, I'm just like, how can I solve this problem for you? Because I can't, I can't
feel
cry
you,
with
though.
you.
I feel you though. I think for me, the part where I feel like I'm less empathetic is because I kind of like I'm so used to being the expressive one. So when someone expresses their feelings to me, I kind of have to turn on the switch that I can't be expressive at the same time. So I'm trying to hyper analyze how to move forward with you. Like I ain't gonna let you go. I'm just like my face looks cold, but it's because I'm trying to figure out how to move forward with
Help
you.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like you have no problem being there for that person, but you're just like, how can I best be there for that person
Yeah.
while still being authentic in your actions, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed also? We always say I feel and never I think,
Yes. Yes.
That
right?
is
100%.
true.
Mm,
Yeah.
Editing the podcast, I can I
You
can
can
attest
vouch
to
for it.
that.
Yes.
makes sense. Makes sense. Okay.
So
Okay.
next is tactics. This trait reflects our approach to work planning and decision making. So we're all judging. I am 75% judging. What about you guys?
Wow.
53%.
I'm 57% judging.
61%.
Okay. So judging individuals are decisive, thorough, and highly organized. They value clarity, predictability, and closure, preferring structure and planning to spontaneity. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Knowing my 5-10 year plan always, in my
There-
mind, I
Yeah.
think.
I've always been a J, so I'm like, yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah, same.
Same. I've always been J.
Annika too.
No, I
Oh,
have not
really?
always been J.
Oh,
Wow,
because you're
I
in
don't
the
you're
think so.
50s.
you're
Oh,
always you
wait.
really are always no.
You're
ENTJ.
ENTJ. Because I've been all of the different green ones, which and there are
Oh,
four. So I think there's some P's in there.
So you're a
Yeah.
prospecting
Yeah, at
person.
some
That's
point in my life.
interesting.
Yeah.
Wow,
I mean,
you
what is
really are
prospecting?
treading the borders.
yeah. Um,
She's a flexible girl.
I
She
can't
can be
remember what
anything you want her to
prospecting
be.
is. I don't know if that's a
Anything
good
she
thing.
wants to be. No.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um, when I read judging, the highly organized part, like I don't think that screams me, in my opinion. Um, I
Refer
am
to the art of gift
organized
giving.
at best without highly. Um, but I do value like clarity, predictability, and closure. Um, and preferring structure and planning to spontaneity. I think that's where I also feel like I could be either. Um, I do like structure, but I also welcome any change to my
Mm-hmm.
day.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was also one of the questions, like if I um, am willing to change my plans. Like I'm not. I fully acknowledge that like whatever plan I make, I don't have to. Like I haven't signed
Mm.
away. Like
Yeah.
I have nothing that I can lose like concretely if I diverge from a plan, even just like a plan to go out in my like even in day-to-day life. Like if I'm going out with my parents and then suddenly like a friend asks like, oh, you want to go do this, like I'm very flexible, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should be more
So
of that.
So the last component is your identity. So this trait underpins all others. So it shows how confident we are in our abilities and decision making. So I'm turbulent. I wasn't able to catch whether all of us were turbulent.
Yeah, we
Yes, we're,
are.
we're
yeah,
all
We
we're
are.
turbulent. What's your percentage?
So I'm 67% turbulent. The other side of the spectrum would be assertive. So yeah,
Oh,
67 is pretty high,
I'm
I think.
65%.
65. How about you
Yeah.
guys?
I'm 76.
I'm
Wow.
74.
Oh, I
Wow.
thought ours was high.
Okay, okay.
I
So
mean, I think
turbulent individuals are self-conscious and sensitive to stress. They are likely to
Mm-hmm.
experience a wide range of emotions and to be
Mm-hmm.
success-driven, perfectionistic, and eager
Yes.
to improve.
Yes.
Hmm.
yes. So
Yes.
to all of that,
Yes.
But I
yes.
feel like I
Yeah.
need to see what assertive is to know
What it
Mm,
what it means. Like, what is the other side of the spectrum?
it's
I think
true.
it's people who are self-assured.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Um
read a bit about it. Self-confidence, like there was a survey that they pinned, I guess, the turbulent personalities to the assertive ones, and those who are assertive are more likely to say that they're confident in themselves, um, and that I guess they're more aware of like their
mm,
capabilities. So
yeah.
I don't know. Does that mean that in decision making they're more quick to make those decisions just because they're more
M-
confident? I don't know.
maybe they just don't second
Maybe they're more
guess.
confident with their what do you call this decision because we're self-conscious.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like we do make decisions. Like we can make decisions, but like we have like an extensive pro and
question it
con
first.
list. We
Mm.
ask people about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think something Erin mentioned earlier is like we take action, then afterwards we kind of have that afterthought of like analyzing past actions.
Yes.
Mm.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely that person.
Same.
Like at
Same.
night at 2 a.m., you best
Yeah.
believe I'd be like, you guys, I did this thing today. What do you think?
Did I say the right thing? Oh, I
Yes.
forgot this thing. I should have included it.
Yeah.
Like all of those.
Okay, so we really barely scratched the surface on the MBTI. Is it MBTI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the Myers-Briggs test. But what we've found out so far, I think, has been revealing and to some extent, like accurate, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We just did the astrology podcast earlier, and I don't know, this one has prompted, I think, more reflection and has allowed us to really see things that we may not have like thought about ourselves, but also things that may be glaringly obvious to us, and that like introversion and extroversion, I think, was one of that. There's still so much to unpack, and we hope to be doing a second part to this. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Till next time, guys. Bye.
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 Bye.